Oasis is actually quite interesting fight. So let's see if we are gonna be looking at second win for Hagrit, or if Shelty is gonna be inching just one game from actually advancing into the finals of the AoM Vanilla Championship. Well then, starting with Shelty, who is going to be spawning on the right side of the map, having a very nice goal that is at the back and next to the tower. He so far sees... well, it's probably gonna be a lone giraffe. Yes, it is. So he does have extra time to actually find something for him to feed upon. Oh, he could be finding plenty of them. Very much plenty of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice. Nice. And Shelty is gonna be definitely happy because even though he wasted a lot of time building this granary for just one giraffe, even though it's quite worth it, he's gonna be moving into very good spot on the left. He is gonna be enjoying this one for quite some time. And of course, he's... well, what the hell? Actually, really, what the hell is this? He's having so many giraffes absolutely everywhere. Giraffes, zeros, or rather, zebras, not zeros, monkeys. Man, he's not gonna be moving anywhere from this part of the map for like the rest of it. And considering that he's also having on this side TC, gold, TC, and even more gold, and even some relic for better cavalry speed. This is a sweet map for an Egyptian. This is a very sweet map indeed. Let's look if it's so sweet for the opponent as well. Because right now at least discovering the rhino, so that's definitely gonna help him. He should be having the hunting dogs, he does. Also having some chickens in there, and potentially at the back at TC, plenty of the giraffes. Plenty of giraffes as well that he's just now gonna discover, and this is gonna be, yeah, yep, very good map for all of them. He's even right now potentially going to be having some monkeys on the right and some extra hyenas with the berries. But yeah, the extra giraffes are in pretty decent numbers. Already some extra berries in there as well, but not really in so many as for Shelty. So Shelty is having a really great map. Some rhino at the back that could be helpful, and the combination of zebras and some giraffes as well on the right side to be helping. As for the gold, it seems to be, oh well, those double rhinos, good. That's making up for the missing extra giraffes. That's actually pretty nice right now for Hagrit. He's having some gold in here in the middle as well. So as far as the gold placement goes, it seems to be more or less equal. Not really any kind of, well, it's slightly better for Shelty. He's having one more, especially considering that he's an Egyptian. But otherwise, not really that much of a disadvantage or anything for Hagrit. So it's going to be all about the middle TC, which is going to be all that easier, I think, for Shelty. Because if he does control this TC, he's going to be also quite close to controlling this one on the middle of the map. Yep, not bad map at all for the blue player. So that's going to be tempo for him, as he's going to be already thinking about advancing. We are at 2 minutes, 40 seconds. It's going to be fairly easy for him to wall up. Rhino behind, and well, yeah, this is a good map for him to wall. And really, if somehow Hagrid cannot keep him of this left part of the map, it's going to be just a bit too easy game, I'm thinking, for Shelty, because he's going to be having plenty of animals, plenty of economy, plenty of absolutely everything. And it's going to be all up to Hagrid to advance at a decent time, drop down some stables, and try to raid and keep and control the opponent as well as possible. Well, so a bit of a scouting. He right now sees where the gold is. Not exactly sure if he has already scouted the tragic situation of all the gold behind. Thinking that maybe he did. He's right now trying to steal or rather convert all of those hyenas. Maybe the Classical will have something to say about that. Yes, he does. The hyenas take how long? 55 seconds as well. So they are basically all animals are taking very long in here in vanilla. Not really any kind of short time, but the hyena is right now going to be, of course, using her teeth against the Catastropos, who is going to be running away, and Jer even is going to be helping in there, abandoning his spot from empowering, but he's definitely wanted to kill he absolutely wants to kill this guy. He absolutely does, even using the villagers, sending them there from the hunt. That was supremely inefficient, but it seems like that Shelty is having even a bit of fun in there. And he just wants to get rid of this dude at all costs. So he's just now scouting the gold and potentially could be keeping him somewhere in there for underworld passage. But yeah, not really certain it's going to be even going to that in this game, because this map is really pretty sweet for Shelty. And so far we have seen, if we have seen anything that Shelty is quite good at map control and really having his units and even the villages and everything in the correct places across the map. So yeah, right now moving the Jason somewhere else. Vision gonna be still in a few villages, it seems like, from about here. Maybe some... So that's 3 villages. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to finish with the wall in time. That's gonna be 1 dead, and animals... Oh, yeah! He did quite nicely. Gonna be stopping him? No, he won't, because there is a way through. But still, very nice quick thinking, and also quick thinking by Hagrid. Because you need to realize very quickly at this point that those foundations are basically like 1-2 hits for the villager away from being destroyed. And unfortunately, there were some dudes actually coming back into the base, so yeah, he was not gonna get away in the end. But still, nicely played by both. Nicely played by both, and of course, Shelty is just now getting instant advantage, and Hagrid is going to be having a harder time actually raiding. Right now, decision into... Is he actually gonna be Athena rushing? Is he actually gonna be doing that? I'm kinda thinking so. Because otherwise, even Zeus, you would be going for Hippicons against an Egyptian. You definitely would. So this is gonna be Athena rush. This is gonna be Athena rush from Hagrid. Let's see how it's gonna be working out, because right now already barracks ×2 are coming up for plenty of defense, which is... I'm not entirely certain what it's gonna be. Because right now, spearmen don't make much of a sense. They could be useful for some kind of raiding by the side, or on the side, but still, there are not going to be any horses. They are just going to be double hoplites and double toxots. The double toxot die. So I'll be really expecting combination of slingers and axemen. And it's going to be all about if Shelty recognizes that it's going to be Athena rush. Well, right now, spearman. I don't really think that's a clever choice. But he's going to be switching pretty soon, because of course, we should be seeing the army inside his base pretty soon, and this is definitely gonna be Athena rush. And are we gonna be getting some Minotaur in there? Let's check. We are having enough food. Well, potentially food is enough. Favor, definitely enough. So we could be looking at some actually Minotaurs, and I'm thinking that would be a pretty good idea. Even though we are looking at decent amount of priests and overall the army. Please don't use restoration. Because if we use restoration now, it would be just like saying GG. As there wouldn't be any kind of significant losses for Shelty. And there's still not enough army ready for Hagrid. But right now, well, army is getting stronger. But still, he's gonna be having pretty nice engagement against priests. Or, not priests. What is it called? Against spearmen. And I'm curious about the armory, because it's almost looking like that actually Shelty might be thinking about already advancing into heroic. Well. This is gonna be interesting battle, to be honest. Because this is enough army to actually take this on with restoration. And with all those dudes being absolutely everywhere else, but not the correct placement. Unfortunately, a lot of idols right now for Hagrid. These are standing there for a bit longer. It seems that he might be actually found out by all of these. And well, definitely those rhinos are not going to be safe anymore. And he's just waiting to find the correct place. In the meantime, he has to check at the bottom, where Shelty is doing all he can to basically stall the enemy, who is just waiting for the correct army. And oh yeah, the raiding is going to be effective, as Hagrid unfortunately didn't notice this fast enough, which will result in actually plenty of villages dead because they are too slow, 3.8, whereas spearmen are at 5, so they can even block the path if actually Shelty is having his mind to it. He could be just sending them ahead and block the path in there. But apparently not, and it seems like that it's not going to be needed all that much, because already it's going to be like 2 villages, 3 villages dead, and that's pretty horrible as we are looking at the main engagement at the bottom happening as well. Through the restoration in there, getting rid of one of the barracks, and the second barracks are probably going to go down as well, because the army is strong enough. Fortunately, it's not even medium. It will be liking at this stage having mediums of both of these, because it's a pretty good investment and makes a ton of difference, especially against the enemy that already has both medium spearmen and medium slingers. So, well, not going all that great here at the bottom for Shelty still, even through that advantage that he's having. But the raiding on the foot, that was super crucial. And of course, even more lost units and economical units for Hagrid on top of that. So he has already lost in this game like at least 5 villages, like maybe 6, 7. That's pretty bad for him. As this barracks these barracks are gonna come down, the units in them are gonna die as well, quite easily. So at least Shelty is trying to run away with them, making it a bit more difficult for actually Hagrid to fight here. He's yet again coming forward for a bit of raiding, but that's about it. At this stage I'm kinda expecting that he might be switching into Heroic Shelty. Well, and I would be totally wrong. He's most definitely not advancing. But he does have enough gold though. Interesting. Interesting indeed, but so far Hagrid is actually having quite nice push. He's having quite nice push, but he needs to be right now careful because the reinforcements from the Radiant are going to be quite significant for this battle. Catastropos right now dying. We are looking at Jason, and basically what is missing in here is exactly the Minotaurs. Even though he does have some kind of priest in here, Shelty, the Minotaurs, they are just basically, even the got, or rather, special power of them, the insta-kill, is making a ton of difference in battles, where actually your population is not that huge, and that's basically always in nature mythology. So they are basically missing. They are both tanks, even against the priests, they are pretty good, but the insta-kill ability is super important. And it's making, of course, the micro a whole lot more difficult for the opponent, because he needs to somehow avoid the units and try to target the correct ones, like the hoplites and the toxots. Toxotes. Well, still not mediums, whereas the opponent is still medium. Yeah, we are not seeing any kind of military upgrades. As right now, Shelty is trying to push forward, but gold is going to be running out. There are still some extra gold mines, but unfortunately for Hagrid, we cannot be saying that they are actually somehow secure. So potentially a bit of an issue for him coming forward, if actually Shelty realizes that. Shelty is right now trying to engage and basically push the advantage forward. And yep, this is looking pretty bad. This is looking pretty bad right now for Hagrid, and he's losing because he's not having mediums. Yep, and it's going to be GG. It was a very good idea. You could have seen that it was working very well. Up until actually Shelty got the mediums, and then it started turning. Because just the power is a bit better for the units. They are less of a trash units for the Eggy, and that's all it takes to actually be inching forward in the battles. So yep, right now Shelty is going to be just one game away from potentially advancing into the next stage, and the next stage is Grand Finals of the tournament. So here we are. Hagrid actually having higher total score and economy, but the military just wasn't good enough. It just wasn't. Well then, GG.